Brakta Yahushua, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushua, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushua, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushua. Give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Karkadas. That one's to the Apostles' Great Millstone. That one's to the Apostles' Great Millstone. So I say to all you Akims and Aquas pushing the truth is Yahweh Kanan coming in, Yahweh Kanan coming in with another financial update of Babylon and Gray that you 12 tribes better pay attention to because Yahushua told us that these days was coming and now they here. And it remind and well, let's just start the lesson. What a volume, man. Okay, volume up. All right, let's play the video.
Communications director for the Greater Chicago Food Depository, back with us. And today she's joined by Dion Garcia, who can speak more personally to the effects of recent federal cuts. So good morning to you both. We really appreciate it. Benny, we always appreciate having you here. Food insecurity impacts 1 in 4 people in our area already, and there is concern that that issue is only going to get worse soon. So talk about the findings in this new report and why you all are already sounding the alarm about what's forecasted from here.
We are basically at the cusp of another hunger crisis right now. As our report that was released today states, 36% of families, that's 1.4 million households in the greater Chicagoland area, are right now not able to afford the cost of living for their county. That's a staggering number, and that means that they are really struggling to put food on the table. And so that's why we did this report, to really kind of understand the state of hunger, not just in Cook County, but also in the surrounding counties that is served by the Northern Illinois Food Bank, as well as the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana, some of those counties as well.
Yeah, it's so widespread here. Dion, I really would like you to talk about how important SNAP benefits are and how it can impact you and your family if you were to lose these benefits, if they were to change.
Yes, thank you. So how it would affect me? First of all, to be where I'm at and still with a full-time job and having to be going through my transition, as you may know, I was incarcerated for quite some time, and so therefore,
It's a locking on the quality.
it wasn't easy to come back home into society and then getting a job right away. I struggled a lot. I'm still struggling. What SNAP, how it's important to me is that I didn't think that I would ever have to count and have to go there, but I did. And I'm voicing not just for myself as a recipient, but for many, even including family, friends, neighbors, my coworkers. We just don't know. I was volunteering for some time at the Breakthrough Food Pantry, and I could not believe the amount of people that come in. And so why it's important for me to be able to sit here and be able to voice some of the importance, it's not just me, it's many, hundreds of thousands of people that it's going to affect. And then what are we going to do? How are we going to get by? That extra $200, $300 we do get in SNAP will be coming out of now our own pockets. So, having to budget and still the importance, it is important. I don't want to have to overthink right now, but I would be devastated.
Well, and it factors into recidivism rates.
Yes.
For people who are coming out and trying to change their lives, but having things that shift that cause you to feel like, okay, well, how am I going to make ends meet? And you are working.
Yes.
So a lot of people have that, misinterpretation of things as well when it comes to SNAP benefits, that people aren't working. You're working. And maybe what are the Greater Chicago Food Depository and your fellow food banks?
So as you can see, the people are working full time and it's not enough. And that's why we tell y'all these things and hit y'all with the scriptures so y'all can understand how, especially you 12 tribes of Israel, to come back to Yahushua. Because Esau the devil is doing that shit on purpose. This Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. We all working. He made sure he got us on a universal base income, no less than $10 to no more than $35. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Yea, ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe ye, but there is no warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. See that? So, hey man, this place is over with. And the scriptures tell us that our welfare was going to get passed away too. Let me get that. Job 30. And these the same scriptures for 17 years. I learned from the Apostles' Great Millstone. And they coming to pass. They jumping off the page. This Job 30 and 15. Tears are turned upon me. They pursue my soul as the wind, and my welfare passed away as a cloud. Once it was there, now it's gone. It's a vapor. There's no trace. There's no how could you say it? There's no remembrance of it. Because now you in affliction. So let's get this Job. Go back to Job 39 and 7. This Job 39 and 7. No, that ain't the one. I read it because the internet, the epistles going out. That's how they going out. Job 30 and 7. He scoreth the multitude of the city, neither regardeth he the cry of the driver. The range of the mountain is his pasture, and he searcheth after every green thing. And that's why the lady said, we blowing the horn. It's a will the unicorn every green thing? Yeah, will the unicorn be willing to serve thee, or abide by thy crib? Canst thou bind the unicorn with his hand, and thou Pharaohs, or will he hollow the valley after thee? Wilt thou trust him because his strength is great, or wilt thou leave thou labor to him? Wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thou seed and gather it into thou barn? And the barn is what? The chariot, the scriptures. We finna get up out of here because we understand the counsel of Yahweh Shah, and we understand where we at. Let me get that. Isaiah 30. Use my basic ones. Because this what y'all doing. And that's why that lady said she don't even want to think about reality. Which that's kind of sucks. This Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that they can't take counsel, but not of me, and that covereth with a covering, but not of my spirit. See that? They trying to go get some SNAP benefits. It said that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down to Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. And that lady is totally confused. And why is she confused? Because she leaning on Esau, her enemy. That's why. You're supposed to be coming back to the scriptures. This Psalms 60 and 1. Is this the one I wanted? But I want Job. Hold on. No, I know this ain't the one. Let me get that Job, my bad. This Job 30 and 1. I knew it was Job 30 and 1. But now they that are younger than I, the Edomites, as they came from us, have me in derision, who father I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flocks. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands prosper me, in whom old age was pierced. For want of famine they were solitude, fleeing into the wilderness in former times desolate and waste. And we know about Artakarthi, the 13th tribe. You got to get that book. Who cut up mellows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men, they cry after them as after a thief, to whom is the chaff of the valleys and caves of the earth. I'm sorry, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and caves of the earth and in the rocks, Caucasians. It said, among the brushels they brave, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. It said, and now I am their song, yea, I am their byword. And you see that. These niggers, these criminals, these thugs. You see Trump on national TV with that declaration. They abhor me. They flee far from me and spare not to spit in my face. And you see that with your sundown towns, with your white flight, and even today. Because he has loosened my cords and afflicted me, they have also let loose the bridle before me. Until my right hand rise the youth, they brush away my feet, and they rise up against me the way of their destruction. They mar my path, they set forth my calamity, they have no helpers. And that's what they do, man. Everything they do to Jake is to set Jake up to fail. Everything. You're seeing it right now. They got the Jake on there stabbing the Edomite, which just MK Ultra mind control. Like we understand now what Esau is doing. Man, he running it too. He ain't missing a beat on demonizing. I'm like, damn. This Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquities and work evil upon their bed. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. And you see them doing it. They're going after the northern kingdom under the illegal aliens that was led over here. And now it's the criminal democratic problem areas when you need to go after the democratic leadership, not after a byproduct of what they created. But that's the whole plan. And they cover field and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And they oppress our heritage on who we are. By claiming to be us, by claiming that we're evil for what we're talking about and what we doing and why we going about doing what we doing. Meanwhile, they trying to kill our people, and they setting it up just like back in the days of Exodus. Here go one right here. This Exodus 5. Let me go 5. Go 2 through 6. I'm going to go 1 through 6. And afterward, Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus said the Lord God of Israel, let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness. And Pharaoh said, who is the Lord that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go. And they said, the God of the Hebrews have met with us. Let us go, we pray thee. 3 days' journey in the desert, and sacrifice unto the Lord our God, lest he fall upon us with pestilence or with the sword. And the king of Egypt said unto them, wherewith do ye Moses and Aaron let the people from their work? Get ye unto your burdens, your burdens from their works. Get ye unto your burdens. And Pharaoh said, behold, the people of the land now are many, and you make them rest from their burdens. And Pharaoh commanded the same day that taskmaster of the people and their officers, saying, we shall no more give the people straw to make bricks as hitherforemore. Let them go and gather straw from themselves, and the tail of the bricks which they did make hitherfore ye shall lay upon them, ye shall not diminish aught thereof, for they be idle. Therefore they cry, saying, let us go and sacrifice to our God. Let their more work be laid upon the man, that they may labor therein, and let them not regard vain words. See that? So that's exactly what Egypt is doing today. They got more bread and circuses, more work and labor and toil for the people. So you can't even contemplate, to sit and think how fucked up life is, because you living paycheck to paycheck and not season to season and time to time. You living off mammoth. Esau controlling your life right now. That's what's happening right now with all of us. And that's why you have to take a step back and know who your master is, either Yahweh Shah or Mammon. That's why I stopped working all this overtime. I said, you know what, bro, I ain't. It said 9, let their more work be laid upon the men, that they may labor therein, and let them not regard vain words. And the taskmen of the people went out, and their officers, and they spake to the people, saying, thus saith Pharaoh, I will not give you straw. Go ye, get ye straw where ye can find it, yet not aught of you work shall be diminished. See that? So your bill's gonna still be here. We're gonna cut all the unemployment. We're gonna cut the SNAP. We're gonna cut all that. And like the lady said, well, we're gonna get it out of our pocket, and that's what they telling the Israelites. More work, more labor. Figure out how you're gonna live, and don't worry about nothing. Here go your bread and service. So you gotta watch out with that shit and understand the time and the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Because remember, Isaiah 33:6 say what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time and the strength of our salvation. So you got to live as basic and common as possible with that Shalom.